Hi, my name's Natalie Timpe, and I'm currently outside in my backyard surrounded by the remaining colors of the fall leaves. As you've noticed, the leaves change color, and you're wondering why. So, what else have you noticed happens around the time that leaves change colors? You may have noticed it's gotten colder, maybe a bit more rain. All these are really important. However, the most consistent factor in linking the changing of leaves is actually daylight. As fall begins, you'll notice it getting darker and earlier every day. The shortening of days tells the trees that they need to begin dropping their leaves for winter. So the trees that respond in this way to less daylight are called deciduous trees. These are trees like the oak tree and really any tree that drops their leaves when it gets to winter. So the other type of tree is a coniferous tree. So for example, an evergreen or a Christmas tree that you may notice stays green throughout the winter. So for the deciduous trees, these trees that change color and drop their leaves, it's very important that they drop their leaves for survival. And as a benefit, we get to be surrounded by these beautiful fall colors for a while. So, why don't these trees need their leaves for the winter? It all has to do with conserving water and less sunlight. In the summer, the leaves of the trees can capture the sunlight and transform carbon dioxide from the air and water from the ground into sugars to help it grow. You may have learned about this called photosynthesis. In this process, water is pulled from the ground and it evaporates on the surface of the leaves. So in the winter though, the ground freezes over and the water is not able to be pulled from the ground. So if it were to evaporate on the leaves, the tree would not have any water. So to prevent this, the leaves drop so that the tree can conserve water. But that doesn't answer the question of why did the trees change color before they drop off? As we talked about, in photosynthesis, the leaves absorb energy from the sun. They do this with a pigment called chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is the pigment. When it absorbs light from the sun, it makes leaves green. It is the reason why, for the majority of the year, leaves on trees are green. As the days get shorter and the temperature drops down, this means there's less direct sunlight for the tree. And as you remember, this chlorophyll, it takes in that sunlight. When there's less sunlight, the chlorophyll, this pigment, starts to break down. If it's fall right now where you are, I want you to look around and notice what color leaves you see, or also do that in the video behind me. So you may have noticed some yellow and orange leaves. For example, behind me we have an eastern redbud. So this is that leaf, the nice bright yellow. Or we also see the golden rain tree, which kind of has a golden. Or just trees such as oak, which kind of have this brown leaf. So when you see leaves that are yellow and orange, these were pigments that were already in the leaves. However, once that chlorophyll, which was making that green pigment, starts to break down, we get to see this beautiful yellow and orange. However, you might have noticed you can also see red leaves, such as this maple leaf, which are really beautiful. So this red pigment was not already in the leaves. However, it is the result of a chemical change within the leaves from sugars being trapped inside the leaves. So we get these spectacular reds most when the days are sunny and warm, and the leaves are able to produce a lot of sugar. However, when it gets to night, it gets cold, and the veins in the leaves close up and they don't allow that sugar to escape the leaves. So when we have a lot of days like this in fall, that's when we get really, really beautiful red leaves. In Missouri, we can enjoy the fall color for around 6 to 8 weeks, with the peak of fall color being around mid-October. So mid-October is when the maple trees, hickories, and oaks are at their height, when they have the most color and the most leaves on their trees. However, it is late October right now, which is towards the end of the peak of the leaves. However, you can see, although the leaves might be a little more sparing, they're still really beautiful, and we can see some really beautiful fall colors. As the leaves fall to the ground, not all is lost. So these leaves that fall to the ground are actually really important. So they provide a natural mulch and a natural fertilizer, as well as they provide habitats for tons of different types of wildlife, including birds, lizards, turtles, and insects. So next time you or your children or kids that you're with are building leaf piles, definitely be careful that they're not jumping into any lizards or amphibians. So this is fall in Missouri, but in different places all around the country we have different beautiful fall colors to be seen. Many places are known for their fall colors, such as in the west where you can see beautiful aspen trees. Those yellow aspens, which are deciduous, so they change to that yellow color and they fall, and that's contrasted by the green evergreens, which are, as we talked about, conifers, so they keep their green color all through winter. Another beautiful place is New England. It is known for their fall leaves because of their rolling hills and their countrysides, which just have a bunch of trees, deciduous trees, which all change colors. However, no matter where you are, as long as they're deciduous trees, there'll be beautiful fall colors. And I urge you to, wherever you are, take advantage of the last little bit of fall. So go out and explore. Thank you so much.